HappyThumbsGaming. Booyakashaw!
Hey everybody, it's Brian with HappyThumbsGaming. Today we're checking out Level 3 Exploratory Laboratory Free Play for LEGO Marvel Superheroes. We grab the True Believer, which is 100k. We get all 10 Minikits, stand in Peril, and you can see in the bottom left-hand corner we also have a character suggestion list for you. Now there are a couple variants of some of those guys that you could use as well, but you guys will at least understand what is needed in order to progress through here. So go ahead and pick your map. Find the OC for Oscorp building and select free play. We'll go ahead and get our toggle character selected and we'll move on. We have cut out most, if not all, of the cutscenes here, and we have sped it up. And in the slow parts where there's nothing going on, we've sped it up even more. So down below in the video description, there is timeline quick links that can skip you through right to Minikit, or maybe you just need the Stan Lee in Peril. Whatever the case may be, we've made it real quick and easy for you to go ahead and click those buttons and get to the business without having to waste any time. Speaking of wasting time, let's go ahead and get going on this Hackfest here. Now, I don't know why I had a problem with this particular little puzzle, but for some reason it stumps me almost every single time. I don't know if it's just the noob in me or what the case may really be, but you know, it just it flashes that sequence at me before I realize that I'm supposed to be watching the sequence. So I always need it to repeat the sequence, but I'm not always sure how to reactivate that. So I eventually get it done. I grab the True Believer before we even really advance into the level, which is nice. And we did that because of our stud multiplier, which you can have one as well by getting the Deadpool red bricks. If you need some help on that, feel free to leave a comment down below, or we do have a earlier story video that actually walks you through and shows you where to go and how to get all those things. So if you're needing that, make sure you ask and we will show you the way. Now, you saw me take Magneto into that first room there. I went ahead and lifted those batteries up and put them into place. Now I took a smart character like Mr. Fantastic and completed the DNA puzzle, which is on the right-hand side of the control panel. And as a result, we got a Minikit. So, oh to the yeah, one Minikit in the bag, and we're going to keep on keeping on. Now, this is not necessary at all here. This actually just yields you a few more studs. So if you're not rocking the multiplier at this point, you don't want to come back and play the level again, you might go ahead and take the time to pull these down. But to be honest with you, I thought I was going to find something cool. Even though I knew there was nothing to be expected there, I thought I might find something cool. Thought the element of surprise may pop up and say, hey. But nope, no such luck. Alright, so if you look down below, you can go ahead and skip ahead to the next Minikit, which would be Minikit number 2. We do have a minute or so before we can get to the next one. But we'll go ahead and this time we own this puzzle. We know what we're doing this time. Booyakashow! Look at that. Still took forever, it seems, but we made it. Go ahead and slide on through over here. There's another one of the gold frames. So we're actually going to come back and snag all the gold frames and get another Minikit here in just a second once we get towards the end of the level. In previous LEGO walkthroughs, we have kind of scattered those and labeled them, you know, Minikit 1, Part 1, Minikit 1, Part 2, blah, blah, blah. We're trying to get those all in one sequence if possible, so we will do that for you whenever we can. And even though sometimes we might go by them, and you may have already grabbed them, you know, that may be something you want to do, but we're going to try to grab them all at once in the video so it's nice and easy. Easy peasy. Alright, so on the left-hand side of the room, when you get into the room where you're supposed to climb up, there's a couple of green handles. Grab a strong character, like Hulk, and rip that bad boy open. And then, you're going to have to switch on over to Captain America and use his awesome shield to go ahead and toss it right into that nice little hole over there. Kaploink! Alright, so we got that in there. Dude dances a jig, and mysteriously, Minikit pops right out of his groin. I'm not sure if he's just happy to see us or if that's just a Minikit in his pocket, but either way, we'll accept it. Alright, so here's kind of our first look at the gold items here. So there are, 4 of these scattered throughout the level, but yet we've only seen 3. Well, where's the 4th one, Brian? Well, we'll find it in just a second. We do have to advance, and we weren't exactly sure if we were going to be able to come all the way back. Plus, who wants to go to the end of the level and then fly all the way back to the beginning? Not us. So we'll go ahead and snag these 3 and then advance a little bit further, and we'll grab that last one that we need up inside a room up ahead, which actually gets us another mini kit inside there too. So we get kind of a 2-for-1 kind of a deal here in a second, but we'll knock the one out in the hallway there. Now we got the one at the end. We'll go ahead and blast that open, and then we'll move along here. We did speed this up a little bit more because there is, you know, I don't know, a good 45 seconds of story play here that we couldn't really remove without actually deleting the whole scene. And we know you guys like seeing our steps as we make it through here, even though the majority of you understand where we are and how we get there. It's always nice to see it visually. So we will take Iron Man and Spider-Man and work our way all the way to the top. Once you get to the top and open the doors, that is where we're going to start the business again. Now, we found out, too, there's a sequence here that doesn't start until you hit the ground. Like, we were waiting for that door to open, and it wouldn't open. Open. But, all right, we touched ground. Green Goblin swooped through. We're ready to roll now. We're going to slide on into this room. You can see here, we need to slide into this grate right here to get into that room, because if you look off to the left, you can see the gold frame. And if you look off to the right, there's actually a guy and a mini kit on the right-hand side. So there's clearly something we need to do to get in here. So what we'll do is we'll switch to somebody with mind control like Jean Grey. And once we switch to Jean, we'll look over to the right and we can actually control this guy. So we will control him and we'll walk him over to that switch. Hit that switch, buddy. Oh, look at that. Flapped open the flippy. Now we can get our slippy on. But before you do it, make sure you walk around. There are some blue studs, and you want to grab those before you head out. Especially if you haven't hit the True Believer. That's only 100K, though. Any multiplier, you know, should get you that by now. Once you have obtained all the studs and you're ready to move on, switch on over to Mr. Fantastico and slide through the grate. There's quite a bit of studdage rolling around in here, too, so feel free to collect all that it is that around here. And then we'll switch to Iron Man and use the heat or meat gaze ray one last time. This guy's kind of a pain, though. Then once we blow that up, that'll be the fourth one, completing all four, and we'll grab that mini kit, which will complete mini kit number 3. Boy, that was a long mini kit labeling there. Now we're going to switch on over to Thor. Now you can use Storm, and rumor is that Dr. Doom will do this as well, and it's actually a little faster. Apparently he already has the charge, so if you got Dr. Doom, you might think about using him. I have a little bit of a controller issue here trying to get this button to pop over, the icon to pop up. There it goes. I have to run all the way across the room for it to happen. But once you charge both of those up, you're going to want to flip the switch here with Wolverine. Nice little claw switch, kind of hiding behind that frame of the window. And it totally beams up the mini kit. Beam it up, Scotty. Booyaka show! All right, 4 mini kits. We're making good progress. But now we're stuck in this room. One thing I want to know, too, is how did the other AI get inside here? Like, we didn't call him in here. What is he doing in here? We didn't make him go through it. We didn't see him switch to Mr. Fantastic. He, like, walked through the wall, maybe? I don't know. We'll go ahead and switch back to Mr. Fantastic, get the heck out of there. And then we see some blue and red pixie dust at the end of the hallway here. So we'll go ahead and pull out the Webbed Wonder and sling our slingers. And we're presented with another Iron Man task here with a silver block. Or some sort of silver control panel. We'll get our Explode on and get through there. I thought I could sneak through here all super quick fast, but nope. We got Resident Evil'd. Alright, so this one, you're going to need the Black Widow, but I didn't mention her in the very beginning because you know what? You have her. There's no way you could be playing this without having her. So, you know, anybody with invisibility, the Invisible Woman works. I'm sure there's 1 or 2 more that I'm forgetting, but you get the point. And here we are. We did skip another cutscene, if you're wondering. And we'll destroy everything and build the ladder, as you probably remember from our story walkthrough. And then we'll climb on up and get to the top. Ooh, scary. I don't know why, I'm just not intimidated by him. And so we'll just keep on making our way across here. We do have a couple mini kits in this area. One is actually going to be right off to our right-hand side. But let's take out all the baddies first. Again, we did speed this up a little bit more than usual just to kind of zing on through it. It's not ridiculous. I know that a lot of you had some problems with the super fast. You couldn't understand why we were doing that. So we did keep it sped up, but we slowed it down a little bit so that it wasn't crazy. But we're just basically stud horning it up, grabbing everything we can, and getting caught in the sludge or the schmegma. I know you guys have had all sorts of words for it, as have I. And yeah, so we're gonna switch on over to Wolverine here in just a hot second. We're looking for the dig pile right now. We're like, what the heck? We can't find it. I thought it was for some reason on the right-hand side of that wall right there, but it turns out it's on the right-hand side lower panel. So I'm totally confused right now, but we're gonna head right on over there. And there you go. There you can see it down below. It's got the nice little puppy prints. We'll dig up a Minikit. Woot! That was quick and easy, huh? Alright, so now we're going to go to the next one. This next one's kind of a multiple stage. You got to build a series of mechanical spiders. And although we have to get up to the top before we can do that, go ahead and pull those boxes down so we can climb up easily. Whee! I love the spider jump. It's a little different. You like how I cheated too? Like I didn't use the boxes, but I only went to the ladder. Like I didn't fully cheat. No one ever fully cheats. Alright, so we'll go ahead and switch on over to Venom and go through the schmegma. And once we drop in through it, it actually puts us in a room right below. We're going to destroy the box that's in there and then rebuild these bricks, and it actually creates the first mechanical spider that we need to create. So good to go there. It opened up that door and gives us access to the bottom floor again. But what we need to do is just jump right back up and head over to the right-hand side. And we actually need to go up one more floor. One more floor. So you need to go up. Uh-oh. Having some identity crisis over here. You don't want to see me mad. Alright, so don't fall all the way back down like a moron like I did. Definitely want to jump up and climb up to the second floor. Which I guess, it's technically the third floor if you're counting floors, but you have to go up 2 floors. How about that? And on the far right-hand side, you're actually going to see a little telekinesis area. Twist those bars, and it'll drop a bunch of pieces down right below where we just came from. You can jump off the ledge, and hopefully you have better aim than me. And whee! Alright, we'll go ahead and build up mechanical spider number 2. Them things are scary. Oh, he waved. That was nice. Such a polite spider. Parents did a good job raising him. And now we're going to go all the way to the 3rd level again, up 2 floors. And this time there's a big crack on the right-hand side, so Hulk smash, or use the thing, or, you know, whoever you want that's large and in charge. And then switch to somebody small and build up the pieces, and this will actually be the 3rd mechanical spider. And he jams out, and you're like, wait a minute, where's my Minikit? But he leaves it behind, so 6 Minikits now successfully obtained. And now we kind of go through a minute or two of story time, story play, so feel free to hang out or use the quick link buttons down below. Go ahead and skip on over to Minikit number 7 if you're going to use that. Or hey, maybe you've already got the rest and you just need the stand. Whatever the case may be. We're just kind of milking some studs, taking out the baddies. Then we got to switch to Hawkeye, and then use our arrows to put the poles in the holes. You know what I'm saying? Wink, wink. All right, we're so good at this. I mean, not that we needed to tell you, but we're definitely good at the old pole in hole scenario. Now there's a series of characters that you can use that you can spin to win all the way up. Once you get to the very top, you do need to go invisible again in order to access the correct panel and get out of here. You know, I didn't try it, but you might... Nope, there's a hatch there. I was going to say, you might be able to fly all the way to the top of the ladder, but now that I look, no way possible. Now that we're good to go, drop back down and make your way up through the hole. Visible or invisible, don't matter to me. Alright, so we're making our way through to the laboratory areas, or laboratory, depending on what part of the area you come from. What part of the area? What is that? Alright, watch out for the schmegma. It's all over the place. And we'll go ahead and we got to work all the way over to that far right side. And we have to do that in order to access these laboratories right here. So there's some jail cells. We'll come back to one of those. One of those has a nice little important Minikit moment for us, but we're not quite there yet. We have to open up this switch and get these doors open before we get rushed by some dudes. And we'll go ahead and build up the blocks that we pulled down from grappling. And now we need to fill a hole again. Alright, then we get up there. We have a little puzzle we have to complete, but we have to have a smart person. So apparently we're not smart enough. Trying to say Hawkeye's a dummy? I think that's what they're saying. This one's pretty simple. They do not touch, and they never will, so there's no perfect way to do it, but there is only one way to do it, and you just saw, so hopefully you found that easy. First time I did it in the story mode, it was a little bit, well, confusing to say the least. Alright, now the jail cells are filled with baddies, and we are going to start to get attacked. So we will switch to the old Iceman, because it's Top Gun time, and it's on the highway to the Minikit. Alright, so take out the baddies in your whatever way you prefer. And once you get them all taken care of, you'll see one of the cells has some water kind of bouncing around in there. And go ahead and freeze it on up. And it'll bring up this big ice glacier with a Minikit inside. And switch to somebody with a heat ray. Iron Man will do the trick. Human Torch, mini guys. Go ahead and melt it down and snag Minikit number 7. Whoop whoop! Alright, so now we're going to make our way into the next little room here. There's quite a few studs, including a purple and some bluesies up top. Make sure you use a flying character to make your way around. Now the goal here is to take out the 2 switches and open the door. But before we do that, off in the left side laboratory, there is a gold piece up top. And we're going to melt it down. And we're going to reforge that into a Minikit. Actually, it just drops a Minikit. I just like saying reforge because it's cool thinking of melting a metal down and then making it into something else. Look at that, 14.5 million studs. And we're not even done yet. Alright, so we melted it down, and booyakashow. Minikit number 8 is now ours, so we're getting really close. We just need the stand and a couple Minikits, and we'll be out of here, huh? And the good news is we actually have a 2-for-1 coming up. And it's actually a legitimate 2-for-1. We not only get a Minikit, but we get the stand and Peril, too. So we do have to build up some storytime stuff, and we get caught in some schmegma, too. And we check the roof one last time before bouncing out. And now that we'll get to the speaker time, I love this beat. Bunch of stuff falls in, we destroy the box, now we're gonna build it all up. Build a big old boom box. I don't know if it's a Beats by Dre or not, but it does the trick for sure. Venom's a music hater. Okay, pull that handle. Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah. All right, into the next room here. So we promised a 2-for-1. We'll go ahead and work on that now. First off, switch to Magneto, and there's a blue box on the left side of the hallway. Use your magnetic powers to rip that open, and it provides us with a claw switch. So switch on over to Wolvie. And open it up, and as you can see, as soon as you open it up, Stan comes jumping out of the back right side. And on top of that, there's a Minikit in the same little chamber he popped out of. So right side back, booyakashow. 9 Minikits, and we got the Stan Lee now. So we got 1 Minikit left, and then we'll finish the level. And then we'll move on to level 4. Oh, here's the scary part. Ooh, so scary. Ah. Venom. Does anybody else find Venom not that scary? He's cool. I don't know a whole lot about him. I know that it's, you know, in fact, I should educate myself a little bit more, because maybe he has a dark side that, I was just under the impression that it was basically Spider-Man's bad side, but apparently maybe they're separate entities. I don't know. I'm sure you guys will correct me down below. There's probably a handful of you that know a heck of a lot more about Venom than I do. Alright, you can see there was some silver items that needed to be destroyed by Iron Man, and then there's a couple grapple pulleys that we'll use Spider-Man for. A couple of other dudes you could use, but hey, we already got Spidey out, so let's use them. And we can move on to the next room. Cutscene has been removed, and now we got a boss battle here. So we're going to fly up and behind the main action area here, up onto the walkway. And we can see there's a bunch of boxes that are blocking our pathway to this door. So destroy those boxes, and they're going to drop some cosmic bricks. Now, you need either the Silver Surfer or Galactus in order to build those. So, good thing we showed you a picture of Galactus as a requirement at the beginning. Now, if you didn't, or don't have them, didn't see our little warning, I believe there is a save down below. We'll have to run down there and see, but you might be able to save it right here and then leave and then go, you know, beat the game, get Galactus, and then come back. But once you build the bricks, it automatically opens this door up for us. And although I'm getting caught in these long animations for killing the baddies here, we're going to slide into that door and grab the final Minikit. So if you're here for collectibles, you have successfully earned all of them. We have sped this up a little bit more, not to be dramatic, but just to get through this a little faster in case you are wondering how to complete this area. And so we'll go ahead and build the stereo box. We already know that we got a music hater on our hands here, so he hates it, destroys our boombox, and then runs off like a coward. And we basically have to kind of repeat this process a couple of times. We'll destroy a bunch of dudes, and eventually one pops out from the back with a switch. Which, speaking of switch, I know I said we'd look around and see if there's a safe spot. I am not seeing one, so there might not be one right here. But if you've been using them along the way, you would be able to restart from there. So, all right, so we flipped the switch. We opened up the little doors below that look like a crash test dummy before they open. And then we're just milking the studs here, milking it. Look at that, we might flip 20 million. And hop in the flamethrower, which does not sit well with Venom. And he jumps down and rips us off and closes that. We'll go ahead and attack him and take out another heart. We're down to the final heart. He's going to jump on over to the right-hand side. Use Spidey to grapple the hooks. Pull all the pieces down. Rebuild those pieces into a target on the right-hand side. Bouncy, bouncy. And it's a bell as well. And we're going to shoot the bell, target it, boom. And we're going to actually just go ahead and flip on over into a really quick cutscene. And we're out of here, man. And we're going to meet up with the totals. Does anybody else have Micro Machines coming to mind? If you're unfamiliar with Micro Machines, Google it right now and watch a video. I don't know why he just tried to butt-face us. Oh, Exploratory Laboratory, level complete. All right, so we've got the free play done on 3 of the 15 levels, so we're 1/5 of the way, and that should put you at least to the 30 Minikit and 3 Stan Lee and Perils, if not more. We did reach the True Believer status, which we probably had from the first time around, and all 10 Minikits is nice, right? Stack them up. What you waiting for? All right, we'll build those pieces into another comic. So we got 3 comics now. Woohoo! And Stan Lee, freely. All right, 49 bricks. We're making our way there. But that'll go ahead and wrap up Lego Marvel Superheroes Level 3 Exploratory Laboratory Free Play. And hopefully you found it helpful and entertaining. Head on over to Facebook, Twitter, comment, vote, subscribe down below if you did. And there's a link down there for our artist who did our Lego Thumbie on the right-hand side there. There's also a couple of links to our playlists and HappyThumbsGaming.com and our subscribe button and all that stuff. So check it all out, people. We love you. Hopefully you love us. As always, until next time. Bow, bow. Suck